when darkness falls across the UK. A legion of officers patrol our streets.
Help me now! Come on in! Come on in! Push off the taser! Get back!
With exclusive access to the night shift at Gloucestershire Constabulary.
Stop.
Listen to me and walk away.
This series reveals the relentless and uphill fight against nighttime crime.
Push it down, else you'll get in sprayed.
Get on the floor!
Don't mess about.
We experience things on a night shift that the normal person wouldn't see in the rest of their lives.
Stay where you are. Any sudden movements, he'll bite you.
There's 10 people outside throwing bricks at your house, yeah?
She's got centimetre puncture wounds to her collarbone.
You can never predict what's going to happen on a night shift. It's just a different world at night.
And at night, there's more drugs.
It's got past out on him. Explains the behaviour.
He says that he's taking tablets.
More drink.
At this moment in time, you're under arrest for drunk and disorderly, all right?
You need to walk away.
Don't worry.
And more violence.
I swear to God, I will kill someone.
Being a police officer is definitely becoming more dangerous.
These fearless officers
Get your leg in the van!
guard our streets when you sleep.
Keep yourself safe, OK? Get to a room with a lock on it.
Stop now!
Under the cover of darkness, people change. It is scary.
Can I divert you, please, to a Grade 1 MISPA that we've had through?
They don't know where she's gone and she doesn't have her phone on her.
Covering 1,000 square miles and 600,000 people. On any night, Gloucestershire Constabulary can be responding to anything from drunk and disorderly...
Are you arresting me?
I've arrested you at the moment.
I just want to go home.
...to poaching...
It's not America, you don't have to put your hands in the air, but just keep them well considered, OK?
...or even gang attacks.
This house has been rammed at the back using another vehicle.
While officers across the county deal with multiple disturbances. Sergeant Gladwin is searching for a car linked to an earlier crime.
Look at that, see what's going on. Because there were hazards going on a second ago, weren't there? What are you doing?
I'm just grabbing my phone card.
Is it your car, is it?
No, it's not.
Whose car is it?
It's my dad's.
Whose weed is this?
It's not mine.
Not your weed?
No, I've just got in the car.
Being single crew can be quite difficult because you never know what you're going to meet, and when you stop people, like, it can just escalate from nothing in a second, and you haven't got that support and backup with you.
Dad, come here, Dad. They're trying to harass me, yeah?
Parents are all shooting out as well now, so as quick as they can.
Me and everything. Yeah, they're trying to literally, they're ready to touch me, they're slumbags.
Get away
from me. You pay that?
What?
It's 15-year-old car. It's 15-year-old. It's 15-year-old. Back up. You back up.
Some people have no fear of the police, so they're happy to come and be aggressive towards them or threaten police and see no consequence to it. He's run off, he's gone. Down left, he got his brother here, I think, just being aggressive.
His dad's
I'm not being aggressive at all.
You are?
No, I'm
Don't
not.
come at me like that ever again, all right?
What are you going to do?
Whose car is this? He's run off now, he's in his boxes. They're all going to an address further down. The adrenaline goes, and like everyone, you get nervous and you get the butterflies in your stomach. You've got to try and hide it and use the training that you've got and try and just keep everyone calm and show that you are in control. I've got some cannabis here. I just want to identify who this belongs to.
He went to touch me.
I didn't go to touch you.
You went to touch me. You came in the car and you went to grab me and I told you to stop. I went, what are you doing? You came in.
We're putting ourselves in danger, stopping these people, being close to them, not knowing what they're going to do, and if they've got a load of drugs on them and they've got a weapon there, they might panic. These things can escalate, and police officers get injured all the time, so the consequences can be huge. On State Zero.
Run.
Officer Gladwin puts out a State Zero call, a message to colleagues asking for help in a potentially life-threatening situation.
Boss, something's going on. Do you want to jump in with me? We'll just blue light it down there quickly.
Yeah.
3-2, I'm going to bring the inspector down. We'll come to you.
We can go and help and come back.
Police from the surrounding area make their way to Sergeant Gladwin.
What's going on and we need it?
The State Zero, any officer will tell you, is probably one of the worst feelings. You feel it in your stomach, everything just stops, and it is scary. It might turn into something absolutely horrendous.
Support is on its way, but will it be in time?
We're out there alone most of the time because we are spread across the county at times, so you can be at risk on your own for 5-10 minutes until you can get that back up to you.
S1E3 out to 32. 32, stage 6.
So is that your car?
No.
It's not your car?
No.
All right, so I get it recovered then, yeah?
What's going on?
All right. Okay. A kid in the back of the car when I come back, which was the car they were looking at earlier, and then these have come flying out, I think it's his brother, and he's gone legging it down that way now, and they're saying the car's nothing to do with them, so we'll be having the car in if it's not theirs, because they're in the back of it. Ed, he's gone running down that way. He was in the back of a car, so potentially breaking into it, so...
He's tempted to break into it, that's what you think.
Now Sergeant Gladwin has support. The officers have called in the dog unit to help track down and question the suspect who's run away.
It does get your heart racing, that's for sure, like seeing them running straight away at you, not knowing what they're going to do, not knowing if they've got weapons or anything like that on them. You're just trying to take a step back and just wait for your colleagues to get to there to support you. QL, this car didn't come back to anyone local, did it? One of the passenger door has been damaged, so I'm just wondering if it's stolen. Can we get it in suspect stolen then?
The dog unit has tracked the suspect to a nearby street, but his family aren't happy about it.
Don't go near him. Don't go near him. Leave the dog. Yes, leave him there. Leave him there. You stay there. No, he's not. Let him deal with it. Let him deal with it then. Let him deal with it. Calm down. Calm down now. Let him deal with it. He won't set the dog on him if you can help it. Just let him deal with it.
Yeah, if we can get it in, because I think this lad had the keys on him, because I saw it unlock when I was just around the corner. So if we can get it out of here, that'd be great.
A male suspect linked to a suspicious car and a container of cannabis has been tracked down by the dog unit. PC Cooper is trying to keep the suspect's aggressive family at bay while Sergeant Gladwin investigates.
Right. At the moment you're detained.
Yeah, for what?
Suspected stolen property, all right?
What's she done?
I don't know. That's why I've literally just got here. Let's deal with it, yeah? Stay up here, please. Stay up this way. Yeah, just stay up this way then. I've just asked you. Yeah. But the more that we have people down there, the more that dog's going to get angry.
Him on the floor on his own with a dog bite.
The dog's not going to bite him, is he?
So I'm going to search you in relation to those stolen keys. So I'm Sergeant Gladwin from Gloucester Police Station, all right?
The biggest skill of a police officer is being able to talk to someone. With certain instances where you turn up and they're being really, really aggressive, you have to build that rapport with them.
You said you knew me from the other day.
I did. I saw you because you were acting skittish when you were drinking that squash. You were in a bad place, weren't you?
Fucking hell.
We didn't know. We thought you'd had a trip or something because we didn't know what. Or trip on something. We didn't know what you.
Oh,
we thought
taking
you.
drugs
Yeah,
or
we thought you'd
something.
taken something.
You've got to try everything to try and bring that person back to your side. So I talk to people exactly the same way as I would friends and family. And I try and build that rapport with them as quickly as possible.
I can't remember why we turned up in the end.
Yeah, go on.
But we turned up and you were at the door, and no word of a lie, he was literally like sweating in his boxers.
Finally, listen. The next morning, the ambulance has come. I've had a heart attack and all. And
While PC Cooper keeps the family calm, Sergeant Gladwin continues his inquiries with the suspect.
Thanks.
now what do you want?
Where's the keys?
I haven't got the key.
Whose car?
key.
Whose car is it?
I don't know.
But his car's getting seized then, all right?
Why is the car getting seized? Why is the car getting
Because I
seized?
suspect it's
Can I ring
stolen
Dad,
then.
please? No, it's not stolen.
Well, I don't know that, do I? Because you lot aren't talking to me.
Can I ring Dad, please? Because I wanted to know what's going on. I haven't got a phone. Could you do it?
The offenders will muddy the water so much to pull the wool over your eyes.
Right, so who's that?
Constantly trying to sort of keep up with them, but generally the culture is that they won't talk to the police and they won't get the help, and that's it's more than frustrating.
So is this your son?
That is my son. Yeah.
Right, OK, now we're getting somewhere.
Well, that is my son. Can I have that weed?
No.
Fuck him.
Just shut up. Whose car is that?
That's a medicinal.
Sorry?
Whose car is that?
Fella I know, he's left it there.
So it's not your car. So why can I have the keys then that you've got for it? He gave you.
Check me, I'll give you
No, they'll be in your house, won't they?
They're not in my house, mate.
Right, well the car's coming in suspected as stolen then, all right?
Suspected of stolen, it ain't stolen.
Well, I don't know that, do I? Obviously they've got a link to that car that they don't want to tell us about, so we'll be taking it in. And if they can't prove any link of ownership, then that car will be crushed. They're being very coy about something, but they will lose the car as a result. What?
I'm taking ownership for that cannabis.
It doesn't work like that.
It's the same thing.
Good.
I'd like a receipt as well, please.
A receipt for what? So you're saying this is your cannabis, is it? OK, so we'll deal with you for that.
It's up to you, mate.
Why are you taking that car? Can you explain why you're taking that car? Where's the car? His car. It's my pal's car, mate.
Yeah,
Okay, why are you taking the car? It's my pal's car. It's not fucking dodgy.
You say there's some paperwork in there. Tells the ownership.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
It's got the paperwork, it's all good then, isn't it?
Here's all the paperwork for it in there. And no. So I don't see why you need to tow it away, mate.
We're done now. That's all we need.
That's fine, mate. That's no problem. That's no problem. Yeah, that's fine.
Now the owner of the car has been established, the vehicle can be left, and the suspect will be interviewed about the cannabis at a later date.
Yeah.
Anyway, officers, I hope you have a lovely night. I'm sorry that my son just gives you a little run around. Take care. Keep protecting the streets.
People almost make it difficult for themselves. If people talk to you normally and tell the truth on what's gone on, then it makes it a lot easier to deal with the situation. But overcomplicating things makes you wonder what's going on, and it makes you look into it more and can delay a situation. So something that might have taken 20 minutes could have been dealt with in 5.
For some reason I've got Wallace and Gromit in my head.
PC Gorton and PC Hayden are on their way back to the station to do some mid-shift paperwork.
Shelley.
Spin round.
Just checking she's all right.
Yeah.
At the roundabout, they spot a single crude officer dealing with a driver.
The importance of offering assistance to colleagues is one of the key things about frontline policing these days, that there's so little of us. We're single crewed, we're out there on our own, we're dealing with violent people on a regular basis.
20 minutes. You stay?
Yeah. Having that backup and that support from your colleagues is what makes this job a lot easier for us.
It's a suspected drink-drive incident. As PC Gorton arrives, the driver is being breathalyzed.
Blow, harder. Blow. You're not blowing. Blow.
Oh, he's had a
Crash.
Driving down the road with no time.
Stinks.
I know.
Car.
So it's just analysing the breath that you've given me. You have failed, so I'm arresting you on suspicion of driving over the...
Alpha Hotel 25, can we have a van to
Your hands where I can see them.
the roundabout?
The man becomes increasingly agitated.
Hands where I can see them.
Could we have a cigarette, please?
Put your hands on the wheel. Put your hands.
Put them here where I can see them.
Stop struggling, mate.
I'm not struggling.
Stop struggling. You're not having a cigarette.
I hate drink drivers. They kill people. They're dangerous. They're selfish. They think about nothing but themselves. I would do everything I can to get a drink driver off the road.
Stop struggling. You're under arrest. No, you're not having a cigarette, mate. You're under arrest. All right, fella? Just stay calm and relax.
They put other people at risk through their own selfishness. And every time you get someone in a car under the influence of alcohol or drugs, they're a death waiting to happen. Whether it's themselves or whether it's an innocent bystander.
I'm also arresting you on suspicion of driving whilst unfit. Okay, you do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something which relates to in court, and if you do say, may be given evidence.
It's really hurting me, that.
Stop.
It's really important we target them, it's really important we act on them, and it's really important we get them off the street.
You're really fucking hurting me.
Fella, stop it.
If you keep moving them, they'll hurt even more.
There's no need to be so fucking... Right, there's no need to be fucking like that, is
Keep
there?
your hands still. They're obviously not tight because you can
They
move
are
them.
fucking tight, because they're on my wrist, they're fucking hurting me.
You can't reason with someone who's intoxicated, whether it be through alcohol or drugs. As far as they're concerned, they're right, and no matter what you tell them, will never change.
You're all a bunch of bastards.
Stop struggling.
Officers try to keep the man calm while they wait for a van to take him to custody.
Listen. I'm going to take the cuff off this wrist and I'm going to place it to the rear. If you start messing around, you're going to go on the floor. Do you understand me?
I'm not going to mess around at all.
Stay calm, do not resist, and do as I instruct you.
Back.
Okay.
Hand to the rear.
Is there damage to my car?
I don't know at the moment. I can certainly see your tyres have been damaged. They've both popped.
Stick your tongue out for me, and I'm going to wipe this on your tongue.
Officers believe he could also be under the influence of drugs, so the driver is further tested.
Drug drivers is getting more common than what it was in the past. People understand that, you know, Drinking alcohol, it does affect your abilities to drive. People don't seem to understand that drugs does the same thing.
You've also tested positive for cocaine.
Yeah.
So you're also under arrest on suspicion of driving over a specified drug limit.
Oh, great. I've lost count of the amount of devastation and the amount of horrific incidents I've turned up to where I've had to do so as a result of someone who's drink driving or someone who's drug driving. All in all, they're selfish. They care about themselves and nothing else. They don't care about anyone else on the road, and they don't care about the impact and the devastation they leave behind them.
In Gloucester city centre, CCTV at a local supermarket has captured a shoplifter stealing groceries.
Would you be all right to have a look at the incident and see if you're happy to deal, please?
Sergeant Gladwin has been asked to attend the scene where the suspect is being detained by the security team.
Basically, I've got a radio from a gentleman saying that she'd been in here before, so I've gone and chased her, smashed the bottle on the floor while I was chasing after her.
Being traffic, I don't generally go to that many shopliftings, but with policing demands as they are these days, like, I'm required to go to everything and anything, so that could be a shoplifting, it could be a domestic, it could be just supporting a colleague.
I'm off duty, I'm little security guard.
How are you?
I just walked in here to bring stock back, which I took off her outside Tesco's at Station Road.
Yeah.
As I was coming in the door, she's run out with loads of alcohol.
Right.
And she's made racial abuse comments to two members of the public who's just walked in the door. Lucky enough, she didn't get smacked for it. She's done criminal damage, she smashed loads of drink on the floor at the top of her house.
I smashed one book.
And theft as well, so that's 3 counts of 3 charges.
So there's maybe 2 different types of shoplifters. There's ones who go out to sell it for money to get drugs, and then there's people who are out there who are generally hungry and need food, and they may go in and steal a few essentials that they need to survive. More of the same.
Yeah, you should come back to the food.
Important stuff, some razors.
Oh, razors, yeah.
There's some people who just need a little helping hand, and maybe with the difficulties in homeless shelters and food banks these days, that they struggle to get the food, so they are generally hungry. So it does give you a little bit of sympathy towards some people and what they're doing, but the law's the law.
You can lose the attitude for a start, because I've been nothing but nice to you, have I?
Yeah, well, I couldn't give 2 fucks. I'm getting sent to jail tomorrow as soon as I've been to court, so what difference does it make?
Right, stick your hand behind your back then.
No, I am doing behind the back.
With the evidence speaking for itself, the shoplifter will need to be arrested and brought in for questioning. But the suspect has other ideas.
Just don't mess about.
That was silly, wasn't it?
That's assault with a police officer, isn't it, John?
Right, there we go. We'll add assault emergency worker to that, all right?
You can think you've got that trust on someone, and then all of a sudden their behaviour just changes in an instant. And it doesn't matter how big or small they are, they can be just as violent, and sometimes smaller people can be more violent than the bigger person and catch you off guard more. Using force, it's never something that we choose to do as police, but it's a situation that you end up getting involved in and having to do.
Have you got anything that's going to harm me?
No. Right, are you going to behave now?
Yeah.
Right, no more kicking. Yeah. Okay?
For safety reasons, we handcuff people to the back because it gives them much more restriction on what they can do, so there's less likely for them to be able to harm us or escape.
No, wait. Yeah, no, well, if what I was in there, sorry about that.
Imagine if she had got that razor blade somewhere and we hadn't seen it, and handcuffs was to the front, she could have easily grabbed that, and before you know it, getting out of the van, attack someone.
She'll probably put the handcuffs in the front in a minute. Are you trying to put them in the front again?
She can't do it.
Gloucester in town should be busy tonight. We've had Gloucester Rugby playing today. Then they have the races on Cheltenham as well, so Cheltenham will probably be busy as well tonight.
PC Parry has been a qualified police officer for 2 years.
I absolutely love my job. I couldn't imagine doing anything else, is what I've always wanted to do. I've got a really supportive family, which is good. My mum, she's very interested in what I do, but she secretly worries without telling me. I'd definitely say I'm still quite inexperienced. However, every day's a learning day.
Tonight, PC Parry is single crewed, meaning she's patrolling without a partner.
Being double crewed is, is safer, isn't it, than being single crewed. But you learn a lot by doing it yourself and not just kind of hiding behind someone else. Rivetel 25 X-ray, what was that? Yeah, I'm just on Bristol Road, but I can make to that.
There's a report of a large group of youths and a homeless man in an altercation in the city centre.
Being on your own and attending an incident when backup isn't there yet, yeah, it can be very scary, and I'll admit that. I'm only human.
So that's so good. 10 youths, it's the 2 adult members of the public, that's what they're trying to separate them, and there's one street drinker holding the bottle by the drinking end, sort of ready to swing, I guess.
Yeah, we'll go. If we turn it to an incident and it's very chaotic, it can be just manic and you don't know what's going on and you just got to deal with what's in front of you. 25 X-ray, I'm seat 6. Will you get some backup, please? When I arrive at an incident, it's not always clear who is victim, who is suspect. So you've just got to deal with the most important or the most pressing thing that's happening. Right, you don't need to threaten that, do you? You don't need to threaten that. And that would be our priority before we look at what criminal offence has been taking place and just go from there. Mate. Right, oi! Mate, drop it, else you're getting sprayed. Drop it, else you're getting sprayed. Put it down, else you're getting sprayed. It's not me! Put the bottle down, else you're getting sprayed. Right. You're just trying to calm situations down and just speak to someone. It can be frustrating if they're just not engaging with you at all, but there's a lot of people out there we deal with who don't like the police. They just see the uniform, they don't see me as a person, just trying to talk to them and, give them help. That's what we're there to do. You throw that and you're getting sprayed. Put it down. Right, what's your name? But equally, if they're not calming down, we've got to deal with that, and that's, we get hands-on and deal with what we can with what we've been trained to do.
He's dead that's starting on me and you're picking on me! I'm homeless!
Get on the floor now! Get on the floor! Get on the floor, put that down. You just got to deal with it effectively and make the right decision without getting yourself hurt. Get on the floor.
This is a setup.
How is it a setup? Can I get some backup, please? It is scary, but you just kind of got to push that to the back of your mind, deal with it as professionally as you can, and just await backup from your colleagues. Right, what's your name? Right, one's running. 25 X-ray, he's been parvered, he's ran off. He's just outside by Debenhams, I'll try to catch up with him. Stay there, I need to chat with you because I need to understand what's been going on.
In Gloucester city centre, PC Parry is in pursuit of a homeless man who's been in an altercation with some youths.
Stop there! Stop there now! Sit on that bench. Right. Just stay there. I need to chat with you because I need to understand what's been going on.
I've just fucking told you. I'm always in there picking on me.
Right, yes, and I need to chat with you about it.
She's chasing the man alone while waiting for backup from her colleagues.
25 X-ray, I'm literally right behind him if someone can hurry it, please. He's getting very agitated, shouting at me. I'm just trying to establish what's going on. When someone runs off from me, it is really frustrating because you don't want that person to get away. You've been there to attend a situation and deal with it, and if that person gets away, it's not always good. Mate, you need to stop! Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Officers responding to PC Parry's call for assistance have detained the suspect in a nearby property.
You are under arrest for fraud. Do not
Yeah,
I'll stop me! If you do not mention when questions that will be later on in court.
I'll stop me!
Get your hand, mate. Get his hand.
I'll stop me!
Put your hand out now.
When your backup arrives, it's a massive sigh of relief. I've got great colleagues at work and they're really supportive, so when you see them, it's like brilliant. So I've got an extra pair of hands here to deal with what we've been called to.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
I want you all done on assault charges. You sprayed pepper spray in my face, and all I was trying to do is defend myself because I was on my own against a fucking unruly mob.
Sometimes you just want to speak to people, diffuse situations, give them words of warning and trying to let them get on their way. So when we end up arresting them, we could have dealt with it in other ways. It can be frustrating because you just want to help that person and not always put them in a cell.
I love working nights. Nights is more about what I joined the police to do, catch criminals. Track them down, stop them, put them in cuffs, put them in cells.
I'm going to take the cuff off this wrist and I'm going to place it to the rear. If you start messing around, you're going to go on the floor. Do you understand me?
I'm not going to mess around at all.
It's the time that we can actually focus on being police officers and targeting the people who are out there causing the crimes.
I haven't done anything!
Under the cover of darkness, people just change.
Listen to me!
Wind your neck in, now!
People drink more, take more drugs.
Don't start that, don't start that. All right, don't start that. You need to walk away.
My family know what I do.
Onto the front. Mate, get this arm around the back now.
How much of that they know is completely another question.
Police officer with a taser, anybody in the property, make yourself known!
If I ever had the opportunity, my wife would hate me for saying this, I'd work permanent nights.
Good boy. Good boy. Good lad. Who's a good boy?
PC Smith and police dog Arnie are one of the units working in rural Gloucestershire tonight.
I'm very close to Arnie. I spend a lot of my time with him at home and at work, so we're always together.
The dog unit making it could to my location.
PC Smith has received an urgent call to attend an alleged assault where the suspect has fled the scene.
Whereabouts are you?
You get to the entrance to the kennels, you'll see the back on there.
Yeah, I'm just climbing the hill now, so I'll be about a minute. He's assaulted the male party, and he's then assaulted the female party by throwing them both to the floor. And he's from what we know about him, he's quite a nasty man, wanted for some nasty offences. He's a big guy, so yeah, we'll wait and see, won't we? He can either be bitten or not be bitten. Sweet.
Dogs have got millions and millions more scent receptacles than what we've got. And when you're walking along, you are leaving scent from yourself, from your clothes, from your skin, and that's what Arnie picks up on.
The suspect's car has been located on the side of the road outside the property.
You've got to have a starting point. If you haven't got a starting point, then the dog doesn't know what it's looking for.
It's unlocked, allowing Arnie to pick up a strong scent.
Arnie will pick up a scent and he'll put his nose to the ground, and with any sort of scent disturbance, he'll pick up on that.
The suspect was reported more than 15 minutes ago, and the trail is getting colder by the second. PC Smith and Arnie have to work fast.
Right, the field. There's a field where the horse box is. Arnie's taking me through that field now.
Wait. If the trail is disturbed, for any reason, the chances of catching the subject is greatly reduced.
Wait. Stay in, get in, get in.
We don't want members of the public or animals interfering with the track, or even colleagues. We don't want them getting in the way.
Let's go down 6 He's got a really good track now. We're going from where the rear of the house is. It's gone to the left, so I think we're going down the hill. There's a camper van, a white camper van. There's a red Ford Fiesta. I've got him. Watch him, Andy. Watch him, Andy. Stay where you are. Watch him. Stay where you are. Just wait there, mate. No, stay where you are. I don't want him to bite you. But if you move, make any sudden movements, he'll bite you. Watch him, Andy. Just stay where you are. Stay where you are.
The dog will bark at them when they're staying still. And if they move to run away, then the dog will self-deploy and bite them.
Yes.
I can see why people would be scared of a 40-kilo dog with quite sharp teeth, wanting to tell them to stay still.
At this moment in time, you're under arrest, right? For 2 assaults. Yeah, I'll explain all in a minute. Let me get back, but just come back.
With the man found, PC Smith requests backup to help detain the suspect while keeping the situation and his dog under control.
Okay, just walk to my colleague, please. That's fine, just walk to my colleague. But as I said, you're under arrest for 2 assaults, all right? Yeah, of course you can. Rob, I've just nicked him for 2 assaults. What's your money? We'll let you have the... Once the fag's in it, we'll handcuff you now, OK? We just handcuff you now, all right?
Over the course of Arne's career, he's detained 3 people by biting them, and the remainder have stayed still.
Do you know you're under arrest? The necessity is to prevent harm to these people here and for prompt and effective investigation. Right, I've got to caution you that you do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something you say to rely on in court, and anything you do say may be given evidence.
Right.
Good boy, Arnie. He's a good boy, isn't he? Arnie, come. Good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Good boy.
When you find somebody and he does his job well, it's very, very satisfying. Catching people is that's what we're in it for. We want to catch people. We want to get these people put in front of the courts.
I love the 80s films like Ferris Bueller, Weird Science. I absolutely love them films, the cult 80s film.
In a rare lull between 999 calls, PC Gorton is patrolling high-risk areas for suspicious activities.
Just have a chat there. See if you're just weaving a bit on the road. It's the old-fashioned saying, isn't it? Burglars are out at night committing crime. Car thieves are out at night breaking into cars, stealing cars.
Hello there, you all right?
I'm fine, thank you.
Right, so recently... So, just noticed you've been weaving a little bit up the road, is it?
Because I'm trying to find where my boyfriend is. I've got to go and pick him up.
There's not very many people out on the road at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It might be a completely legitimate reason. They might be on their way to work, they might be on their way home from work. But if you see someone at that time of night, you're going to want to have a chat with them.
I'm not from here, I'm from Bristol, and I've got to pick my boyfriend up.
OK, that's fine. Just hear me out for a moment. As you're driving along the road,
all right? You were weaving, you seemed a bit hesitant, a bit confused. This time of night, we've got a lot of drink drivers in the area. I appreciate that. Your standard of driving gave us cause for concern. You don't need to be upset. Have you got your driver's licence on you at all? Bank card, anything with your name to verify and identify who you are? Well, colleagues, just do a quick check on your licence, make sure your details on your licence are OK. Alpha Hotel 35, we're pretty much state 6 at that location. Madam, we're going to go now. There's a job that's just come in, but thank you for your time. I like to think I've got what some people and myself call a copper's nose. It's your gut instinct. It's knowing when something's not right. The vehicle's driving very slowly. There's 2 of them. You got 100 things running through your head. Who are they? Why are they out on this timer? What are they doing here? What are they up to? Where are they going? Where have they been? Who's in the car? Are they aware we're behind them? Yeah, currently behind that vehicle, Bath Road. It's driving very evasive. We're just going to pull it over now. If there's any other mobiles, start making their way nearby. It's 2 up. When approaching a vehicle that you've pulled over, you've got so many things running through your head. You try to use the wing mirror so you can see what the occupant in the driver's seat is doing. You try to establish how many occupants are in the vehicle. You have no idea what you're going to deal with. Oh, drivers, turn the keys off for me, please. Just take the keys out of the engine, turn the engine off, take the keys out. The reason we stopped you is your manner of driving was very slow, all right? We've got a lot of crime in this area. People come into this area to commit crime. People stealing vehicles, bringing them into this area. It's a bit curious who you are, what you're doing around here, and obviously your manner of driving has caused us a little bit of concern. I don't have a power to breathalyse you or do a drug swipe test on you unless I have grounds to suspect you have consumed alcohol or drugs. As I'm stood here talking to you, I can see your eyes are red, your pupils are enlarged, they're bloodshot and they're watering. Have you had anything to drink or have you taken any drugs tonight?
No drinking,
Okay, have you taken any drugs?
No drink.
No? All right. Just come and take a seat in the back of our car with me, fella. Indicators of people who've been intoxicated could be anything from their manner of driving. It could be just simply something as they're driving excessively slow, they're driving fast. It could be a smell from a vehicle, their present demeanour, their appearance. Nice deep breath. See your mouth around this tube and blow till I tell you to stop. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's great, thank you. This vehicle's drawn our attention due to its erratic driving. He's showing symptoms of someone who is intoxicated. He's quite delayed in his speech. His pupils are enlarged, his eyes are bloodshot and watering. They're normal indications of someone who are intoxicated. All right, that's come back 0, okay. Pull the tube off towards you. Towards you, there you go, that's it. Just wait here, I'm just waiting for a result on that, okay?
Test line hasn't even... Oh yeah, there it is, yeah. No, he's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah,
okay.
All good.
Right.
So you're all fine, mate? You're all good to go? Yeah, have a nice evening. Cheers.
Sometimes you might get a negative result in relation to a drug or drink drive swipe, but at the same time, alarm bells are still ringing, something's just not right here. And again, it goes back to that initial thing before, a copper's nose. If something's not right, keep digging, keep looking.
Just a quick question, how do you know the... Pop yourself back over here. Just pop yourself back over here, so have a quick chat, thank you. How do you know the 2 people in the car with you? No, you keep that.
That guy?
Yeah, how do you know them?
There's something there, it's setting alarm bells for you. What is it? Find it.
How do you know them?
I don't know him.
So how did they end up in your car in the first place if you don't know them?
I don't know him.
So you just picked up 2 people in the street that you've never met before?
No, I never know.
It's a bit odd that, isn't it? Thank you. How do you know the 2 people in the car with you? Where did you pick them up on the road? Just watch your hands for a fella, mate.
I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. 10
Okay.
minutes.
After finding no evidence of driving under the influence, PC Gorton was about to release a man who'd been driving his car suspiciously until he revealed his passengers as strangers. Okay, that's fine. Just wait here for us, please, fella, yeah? Yeah, so they're Iraqi nationals. He's Iraqi, but he's saying he's never met them before, he doesn't know them, and he's just picked them up tonight in his car.
If something doesn't seem right, start digging. Something might come out of it, something might not. But that's what your job is.
Chap, I'm going to take your fingerprints. Okay, your fingerprint. Just put your finger out.
your left finger. Pop it on there for me, please. All right. I just want to check your immigration status, as well as see if you're known to us for anything.
He said that he's picked these two gentlemen up in the car who don't speak English. We can't ascertain their names at the moment, and so we're just going to see if they are allowed to be in this country, and so we're just going to do an immigration check on them. He said he's picked them up 10 minutes ago, which is a bit strange at this time of night.
How long have you been in the UK for?
It's just today. I don't know.
Just today? You arrived here today? How did you arrive here?
Lorry.
You arrived by lorry?
Oh.
Is that what you're telling me? You arrived here by lorry?
How to by lorry.
Has he got a passport or anything?
Passport to or
No, nothing. Okay. So at the moment, I suspect you've entered the UK illegally. All right. So as such, I'm arresting you on suspicion of immigration offences. All right.
Go, my colleague.
You do come into contact with a lot more vulnerable people today as a result of human trafficking. The key thing to understand is they're vulnerable people. They're people in need of help.
Put yourself in there. Watch your head in there, mate. Just relax for me. All right.
With the passengers being arrested for immigration violations, it's still not clear what to do with the vehicle's driver.
I think we should nick him for immigration as well, but...
Well,
if it was a lorry driver carrying immigrants in there, we'd be nicking the lorry driver, so why aren't we nicking him?
Yeah, he should commit trafficking or immigration.
Yeah, we should be nicking him for traffic offence as well.
Not every criminal that you come across is a mastermind. Sometimes you come across a victim who's being forced to commit crime and they need help.
These two people have been arrested for immigration offences, for being in this country unlawfully. At the moment, they've been found in your car. I don't know what's happened, so at this moment I'm arresting you for assisting illegal entry into this country. So we're going to take you into custody, mate, and we're going to speak to you under a bit more controlled circumstances. Yeah, we're going to speak to you, and we're going to speak to them. At the moment, we're being arrested, all right?
When it turns out my hunch, my copper's nose is correct, it's a satisfying result.
Jump in there for me. Cheers, man.
You've done something proactive and you've got a positive result out of your proactivity, something that you've generated yourself. It's a good feeling.
He's been arrested on suspicion of theft, racially aggravated public order, and assault of emergency worker.
Mate, if I ran, I would probably be at Kingsditch McDonald's.
I'll put cigarette for them.
It'll take about 20-25 minutes and we'll be at the station, okay?
You know what I was trying to do is defend myself, because I was on my own against the fucking unruly mob.
Can you put them a little less tight around the ankle-y, wristy bits?
Next time.
Look at this.
What?
So much blood.
Get in, we can see where it's come from.
Potentially someone maybe dying behind that door, you don't know.
Get down on the floor and stay down on the floor.
A sledgehammer could be classed as quite a scary item. Would that person use that on me?
And you can see that next Monday at 9. Something Innocent or the Ultimate Betrayal. Gripping new 4-part drama The Holiday starring Jill Halfpenny starts tomorrow at 9. Coming up after the break, it's all hands on deck when a teenager is rushed in after multiple seizures. Every second counts in Casualty 24/7. Next.